Hello and welcome to our viewers on ASI News broadcast, bringing you the latest top news for today. NATO planning rapid deployment force of 10,000 troops to counter Russia. NATO is reportedly working towards the creation of an expeditionary force composed of 10,000 troops from 7 different member states as a result of escalating tensions with Russia over the conflict in Ukraine. According to the Financial Times, the force's creation will be spearheaded by Britain and involve contributions from Denmark, Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, Norway, and the Netherlands. Canada is also interested in joining the group, but it's not known what its final decision will be. Although no formal announcement has been made, British Prime Minister David Cameron is expected to declare its formation at the upcoming NATO summit in Wales on September 4th. Many specifics have yet to be worked out or announced, but planners are reportedly implementing ways to increase the number of soldiers involved even more if necessary. Air and naval units will be integrated into the group, as well as ground troops led by British commanders. As noted by the Times, the creation of the force comes as a response to Russia's involvement in the ongoing Ukrainian crisis, with the ultimate goal being to, quote, create a fully functioning division-sized force for rapid deployment and regular, frequent exercises, end quote. NATO has accused Russia of deploying more than 1,000 troops into Ukraine to bolster separatists in the eastern part of the country. Russia, however, insists that it does not have troops operating inside of Ukraine and has dismissed NATO's assertions. Kerry, the cancer of ISIS will not be allowed to spread. ISIS is a cancer that must be stamped out, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry wrote Saturday in an opinion piece for the New York Times. Kerry called the Islamist extremist group, known for beheadings, crucifixions, and terror campaigns against religious and ethnic minorities, a, quote, unifying threat to a broad array of countries, end quote, that needs to be confronted. His article appears in the aftermath of the political uproar that engulfed the White House this week after President Barack Obama said, "We don't have a strategy on ISIS in Syria." Obama's "no strategy yet" comment on ISIS in Syria sparks a political uproar. The Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, which refers itself as the Islamic State, has grabbed headlines just as certainly as it has gobbled up territory across northern Iraq over the summer. U.S. airstrikes against ISIS fighters have slowed their advance, and the Obama administration is weighing whether to expand the assault into Syria. But, Kerry said, any decision will require a joint effort with international partners. The Secretary of State's message echoes that of the White House, with both the President and his press secretary, Josh Earnest, calling this week for an international coalition to confront the threat. Kerry said, airstrikes alone won't defeat this enemy. A much fuller response is demanded from the world. To build that coalition, Kerry, along with Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, will meet with European allies on the sidelines of the NATO meeting in Wales next week. Then it's off to the Middle East to drum up support from the region. Already our efforts have brought dozens of nations to this cause, Kerry argued in the Times piece. Certainly there are different interests at play, but no decent country can support the horrors perpetrated by ISIS, and no civilized country should shirk at its responsibility to help stamp out this disease. Stay with us on ASI News broadcast with all the latest news from the U.S. brought to you from the American Studies Institute from Tehran. You can also check our website at www.asipress.us. Thanks for watching.